I really didn't think I'd be making this video when the Patriots drafted Bailey Zappe earlier this year, but given the circumstances, I think it's relatively appropriate. And given Bill Belichick's recent comments on the QB situation going on right now, not only is the video appropriate, but I believe it's necessary. Now, the question at hand is whether or not Bailey Zappe should replace Mac Jones as the full-time starter for the rest of the year. And so that's what we're going to discuss on this episode. Now, Mac Jones has now been out for the past 2 weeks with an ankle injury that he sustained against the Baltimore Ravens. And with that came the emergence of Bailey Zappe, a fourth-round quarterback coming out of Western Kentucky. Now, Zappe at Western Kentucky was insane. I mean, he set an NCAA record of 5,967 passing yards and scored 62 touchdowns in just 14 games, also a record in his final season there. The only caveat was that he was playing in the FBS, and on most occasions, a lot of those yardage amounts and touchdown amounts were coming as a result of big plays. Now, going into the draft, he was noted by scouts for having good mobility and was also noted for having good accuracy on his throws, but his arm strength was definitely not amazing. Now, heading into this year, he wasn't even supposed to start for the Patriots. I mean, he was sitting behind Brian Hoyer, who was sitting behind Mac Jones. But then Jones' injury happened, then in the Packers game, Hoyer got injured, so Zappe stepped in, and he was overall pretty solid. He didn't turn the ball over, and he was accurate for most of the game. Only downside from that game was his pocket presence, and another downside just happened to be the Patriots not really giving him enough chances to show out, which is totally fair, seeing as it was his first game, his first NFL start, so I'm not really surprised with the fact that they weren't really giving him the full keys to the offense. But then going back to his pocket presence, he definitely improved in that area in the Lions game, and again, he's not going to press you from an athletic standpoint, but he's been very mobile, much more mobile than Mac Jones has been, and he's done a really good job evading pressure and finding open receivers, and overall, what he's been able to do, given the circumstances, I mean, to me, it overall is worthy of some praise. So now what? Should Zappe just take the reins, or are the Patriots still riding with Mac Jones? Well, in a recent presser, Belichick talked about the situation and stated that he wasn't going to get into hypotheticals and that the Patriots would take things as they come and go from there. Now, from that statement, it's really difficult to gather anything substantial, typical Bill Belichick, but what we do is get one very important point. Bill Belichick won't hesitate to make a switch at quarterbacks, and most importantly, he is going to do what is best for the team. Notice the quote that I just used there, a paraphrase from what Belichick said in his presser when he announced that Tom Brady would be the starter for the remainder of the 2001 season. Now, side by side, Mac Jones clearly clears Zappe in terms of arm talent, and given both their situations, Jones, due to him having more experience, will be allowed to take more shots down the field, and he will be trusted with the ball in critical situations, at least hypothetically. Whether or not Patricia or Belichick wants to put that responsibility on Jones is still up for debate. But Zappe doesn't exactly have that kind of freedom as a rookie. Again, he is a rookie, which means that New England will play safer with Zappe, and while he has the upper hand in mobility, again, Jones has the arm and the experience, which is going to help him in the long run. But I think what's odd about this situation is overall just the passing game. I mean, the Patriots' passing game hasn't looked dramatically better with Zappe at quarterback than it has with Mac Jones, but what we have seen an improvement on is the run game. I mean, the Patriots' run game has just picked off from where they were last year, seeing as Matt Patricia obviously wants to play safer with Zappe, and Ramondre Stevenson literally just had a monster game against the Lions, and Damian Harris just crushed it on the ground against the Packers. With Jones out there, the Patriots are more inclined to pass, but with Jones out, they were more inclined to run the ball, the latter of which has ultimately worked better. Now, to answer the question, I do think that the Patriots should continue to stick with Jones just because he brings more to the table on the QB side of things. But what I can say now is that the Patriots, if they want to continue to win more games consistently, then they have to put the ball in Ramondre Stevenson's hands, and when Damian Harris returns from injury, his hands as well. Mac Jones is good, but he neither has the athletic prowess like guys like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, nor does he have consistently good pass play calling to support him to carry the Patriots. Again, none of this to discourage Zappe. He's done well, but he's not done well enough where I think the Patriots should just abandon Mac Jones and go with Bailey Zappe for the rest of the way. But I think what makes me a little bit more upset is when people try to compare the situation to the Brady-Bledsoe one. And overall, I just get confused. I mean, Mac Jones is only in his second season, coming off a playoff berth, with plenty of time to prove that he can be the starter and improve from his past mistakes. Meanwhile, Bledsoe and the Patriots hadn't cracked a playoff berth since the 98 season, and they hadn't won more than 11 games since 1996. Bledsoe had also been with the team for nearly 8 years till that season, and 1999 and 2000 weren't exactly amazing seasons for him. Belichick knew that a permanent change was needed, which isn't the case right now, at least you'd hope so. But let me know what you guys think about the QB situation, if there even is one mentioning. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys later in the next episode. Peace out.